hosting show today on the PopCon podcast.
Headliner.
Headliner?
Yeah. You're the headliner.
Yeah, headliner.
All right, headliner today, coming to us all the way from Kentucky. They were at Louisville PopCon last year, is where I met them. And I hope you enjoyed their show. This is the Gray's Tap Room podcast. And this is the last hour of the podcast stage, and so they are going to give us gold. Take it away.
Do you have our theme?
Yeah, do you have our theme?
Oh. Remember I promised that, and then
And you have our exit too.
I do have your exit. Thank you for reminding me of that.
And will you cue him for that?
The exit?
Yeah.
I'll cue you for the exit.
Do we give Brian time to show up?
Nope, fuck him. Let's go.
Hold on. Fuck Brian.
Well, it's right?
Circle, dot, dot. Now you have your cootie shot.
What is going on, Indy PopCon? We are the Grace Tap Room Podcast. I am your co-host, Mike.
And I, as always, am the trash can Tabby.
And on this very special episode, we will be hopefully answering the question of how many zombified fifth graders can you beat up in a fight at once?
How many zombified fifth graders do you think you can beat up at once?
With weapons or without?
Without weapons, your bare hands.
10?
10 zombies?
No, maybe more. Well, I'm getting old and kind of fat, so
Yeah. Okay.
seasons. What about you?
I think zombie kids, I could probably take, I don't know, like 15 or 20.
You think so?
Well, if they're the kids in Cooties, then probably about 10 or 15.
Yeah.
But if they're like the slow-moving Romero type zombies, then I could probably do 30.
That's fair.
But regular kids, 5. They're
Just five
feral.
regular
They're
kids.
feral.
Yeah.
They are so feral.
They're wild.
They're wild.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this very special episode, we will be reviewing 2014's Cooties. Cooties is a horror comedy with unexpected laughs and unapologetic thrills when a cafeteria food virus turns elementary school children into killer zombies. A group of misfit teachers must band together to escape the playground carnage. This film stars our very own Elijah Wood, who is right over there, Rainn Wilson from The Office, and Allison Pill, as teachers who fight to survive the mayhem while hilariously bickering in an uncomfortable love triangle on the worst Monday of their lives.
Again, starring Elijah Wood, who needs no introduction, Rainn Wilson, who played Dwight from The Office, Allison Pill, who played Kim Pine in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. You nerds out there should know that one. Jack McBrayer from 30 Rock, and we know him from Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
I loved him in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
where he was terrified.
He was afraid to
have coitus with
he was
his
afraid
wife.
to
Yeah.
sleep with his
It
wife.
was great.
She's so crazy, I don't know what to do.
She's a little freaky. Then we've got Leo Winnell. He was the creator and also actor in Saw 1 and Insidious.
He's the creator of the Insidious franchise.
Yep. And he was one of the paranormal investigators.
Yes.
Nassim Pedrad, she was on New Girl and Big Mouth.
And Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live.
That's another one.
Ian Brennan, he was the writer for Glee. Did you know he also wrote Dahmer?
The Netflix.
Yeah, the Netflix Dahmer.
With Evan Peters?
Yep.
Nice. Really?
Yep.
He did that? He did that? He did Jeffrey Dahmer and Glee?
And Glee, yeah.
What the crap?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep.
That's, okay. Okay.
And Scream Queens.
Oh, the Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Fox.
Scream Queens.
Okay, right on.
And then, of course, George Garcia
From Lost.
from Lost.
Yes.
And it's George, it's not Jorge because there's no at the
There's no what?
There's no
There's
on
no
the E.
fart noise on
There's
the
no
E?
on the E. It's George. If it was Jorge, it would have a on the E.
Right. I feel you.
You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
It just
Well, I know him better as the Jeeps from How I Met Your Mother.
the one episode,
The one episode he was on.
and I don't remember that episode.
Yeah. It was a good episode. Anywhoodles,
Anywho's,
more on Cooties.
more on Cooties.
Starring that guy on the end of the
That
building.
way.
No, he's over there.
No, he's over there.
Oh, he's over there.
He's over there. Learn your
He's over there.
directions, Michael. He's in the corner. They put baby
I
in
know
the
where
corner.
he is, Tabitha.
How dare you? Only my mother is allowed to use that name.
I have permission.
From who?
Her.
Not me.
It doesn't matter. So, Cooties.
Yeah, the
Take a
opening
drink.
scene. That opening scene to Cooties is absolutely horrendous.
Yes.
Gross. But they are in a chicken
Slaughterhouse.
slaughterhouse. Thank you.
You know that's a real slaughterhouse?
Is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's real.
Cool.
Yeah.
We should ask Elijah Wood how much he paid.
I want to know.
Because, you know, Elijah Wood was also a producer on Cooties.
And his company, yeah, he owns the company.
He owns
that
the
produces it,
company.
Yeah.
So we got to watch some behind the scenes stuff about Cooties, which was really cool. And it was supposed to be a horror movie before they made it a comedy. That's why they brought in like Lee Winnell and Ian Brennan, so it mashed up really well to where it was a horror comedy.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice it until like the 13th time that we watched it in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can actually, like, it opens with a chicken coughing. I don't know how they had a chicken coughing, but the chicken was coughing, and you can hear it go.
Well, they could have probably altered the sound or done something in
See, somebody likes my chicken coughing impression.
chicken coffee.
Love it. See, somebody finds me funny, gosh darn it.
Stop laughing at her.
So, and then the guy picks up the chicken and carries the chicken throughout the factory, and the chicken's still going, and then he breaks his neck.
And then the fly,
Oh my God, they show you everything.
the fly drops a deuce on the chicken meat.
The raw chicken. Oh, and then they show you like the head cut off and the feet cut off, and then they put it all into a grinder.
The worst part is at the end of all that when the little girl is in the cafeteria and bites it and
Oh, yeah.
the black and gray like pus
Just
comes out of
but
it.
you get to watch the gray black food chicken nugget go down all like the stages.
Yeah, you get to see it through the assembly
It's like
line,
they
which is
pour the
intense.
batter. Oh, it's so gross. It will not. I don't want chicken nuggets anymore. I do not want to eat chicken nuggets anymore.
I mean, I'll still eat them. I'll just look at them a little harder next time. Like
to make sure you won't get infected.
I'll flip it over.
So we end up in an alarm goes off and up pops Elijah Wood.
Yes. So thing, Easter egg.
Thing.
There's a thing.
Big thing.
So as the camera's panning through Elijah Wood's bedroom, on
Right.
his shelf of action figures, if it's kind of a blink and you miss it thing,
Right.
you have to. I just happen to catch it.
I've watched that movie
So,
like 30 times.
There
and I still
is
haven't
on
caught
his shelf
You have to pause
in the
it.
background. There is a Frodo action figure
Oh, okay.
on the shelf
it. Okay.
in Elijah Wood's bedroom.
Yeah.
It's like mixed in with all his action figures.
Okay.
But yeah, he's doing like an action pose. He's holding Sting, which we got autographed today.
Right.
Yeah, he's holding Sting like in an action pose, and it's a Frodo action figure in Elijah. Yeah.
And his mom comes in,
Yes.
played by Kate Flannery
Meredith from The Office.
So 2 Office people,
There are 2 Office people in this,
cast members, and
which makes my heart happy because I love The Office so much.
I know you do.
It
you
is
know
one of my-
random weird facts.
I know a lot about The Office.
I know. It's not healthy.
Not for you, it's not, because I won't shut up about it.
That's true. So we're not going to spoil a whole lot because we really want you guys to go and watch it. It's totally worth it. I mean,
It's free on Tubi.
It is free on TV right now.
Yes.
So he of course he drives to the school and you get that whole interaction. Backstory on his character Clint is that he is a writer who moved back home from New York. And back home in Fort Chicken, Indiana, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
Indiana.
Right here, this state, right here. Fort Chicken.
It's not a real place because I tried to find it. It does not exist.
It does not exist.
I will call myself out on that. There is no such thing as Fort Chicken,
You
Indiana.
actually looked.
I,
You actually looked.
all I got was themed restaurants,
Oh,
like
chicken
Popeyes and KFC and stuff like that.
So then you get to get introduced to the other characters that are going to be in this movie. You've got his elementary school crush, Lucy, who is played, of course, by Allison Pill. Then she introduced her, and then you've got Rebecca, who screams about her rape alarm.
Yeah, her incredibly loud.
Her incredibly loud alarm. Don't touch me because the alarm will go off.
All Clinton wanted to know is which coffee mug can I use?
Right. The scene where Clint's talking to Lucy and we get introduced to the best, my favorite character of all time,
Doug. Doug is the man.
Doug is the absolute.
Prior to that, we do get to meet Wade.
We do need Wade, but I was gonna.
His dual world. His dual world.
And dual rear wheel.
It's a dually.
It's a dually. Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a dually truck.
You gotta shorten it.
It's a dually truck.
Oh, look who finally decided to show up!
Yeah! Guy in a pink shirt.
I know they think I'm crazy.
So
We have fun around here.
Doug is, as the camera pans, you can see him sitting in a chair and he's reading a book that's like how to start a conversation with people.
Yes. Well, he's not just sitting in a chair in a
No,
corner.
he's like
got his feet on the chair in a bowl.
I can't do it. My knee hurts. These chairs suck. But he's like curled up in the
I'm
chair.
fat. I can't do it either.
Yeah, me too. And then he finally, you get the first interaction with Doug, and he walks up to him and he goes, "My, it's a scorcher out there!" Like very.
While he's staring out the window, he doesn't even look at Clint and Lucy. He just looks right out the window, walks up, and screams this at them.
Yeah.
Very angrily too.
Oh, very angry.
While they're trying to have a conversation about his stupid
Book
Stephen
or
King
career.
knockoff book that he wrote.
You don't find that out until later.
Right, because
But
Wade
it's a-
calls
it's a
him out.
boat.
Yeah.
It's a boat, a murderous boat.
It's a boat that murders people. Kind of like Christine, the Stephen King.
Exactly. Line from the movie.
Yes.
I've watched it 30,000 times.
I'm sick of this movie.
I
Elijah
love the
Wood,
movie.
I am tired of this
I
movie.
love the movie, but I'm done. I can go well without it.
Make a sequel.
Yes.
That's what I was going to ask
Oh,
him
you
to
should run over there real quick. I'll carry this on. You gotta.
Turn this here.
No. We'll ask him later.
Come over here.
There we go.
Go,
There we
yeah,
go.
go get Elijah Wood.
So we get introduced to Wade. Now, Wade, played by Rainn Wilson, is the gym teacher for the elementary school. He's in a tracksuit.
Track pants.
That track pants and a track jacket that,
And a baseball
and a
t-shirt.
cut-off baseball
The
t-shirt.
yeah, it's blue and white baseball tee.
But
But the
it's like
sleeves
this
are cut
much,
off
like
like
2
right.
inches.
They're not cut off here. They're cut off
they're
like
cut off
here.
right there. Yeah,
Like it's just
barely
his
down.
shoulders covered and that's it. And he's the guy who peaked in high school. He's a high school football star that he peaked in high school
He did peak in high school, yeah.
and became an elementary school PE teacher.
He did.
Yeah, for fifth graders.
Those are fifth graders. So then we get to the classroom, and this is where we meet Patriot. I have to bring up Patriot.
When's Patriot's birthday?
Patriot's birthday is 9/11.
He was born on 9/11.
And what is Patriot going to do when he
He's
graduates
gonna
high
be a
school?
Marine
Why is Patriot going to be a
because he
Marine?
wants to kill them terrorists. He's so stupid.
Oh my gosh. And we did have an interaction with Patriot at the beginning to where he was screaming at his mom and he said, "F you, mom," and she said, "Well, F you too, kid," and stormed off.
It's funny because it went from a really sweet mother-son interaction
Have a good day
to
at school, honey.
they're flipping each other off,
Right.
and he tried to punch her in the arm but missed,
Right.
and she just flipped him off again. Typical Indiana
One of my
parenting. I don't know.
One of my favorite lines from it is he's looking at the girl who is now infected. Her name is Shelly. She's got these pustules and pus pockets on her face, and she's just dead looking. Of course, because she's a zombie. And he says, "You are so ugly. If my butthole had a butthole, that's what you would look like." If that is not fifth grade burn, I don't know what is. Like, I remember saying that.
It's a weird flex, but okay.
I mean,
Cool on you, fifth grade kid.
right. I mean, Gunner, I could see Gunner saying that.
Well, he is new to the video
Video
game
game
lobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
It's funny hearing a fourth grader call people those names.
Yes.
It's wild.
It is so good.
Oh,
We need to record that.
yeah. There was a makeup thing in that I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
And that it's when the kid
Shelley?
the kid with the pale albino kid with the bowl cut.
Oh, you mean the blonde butt cut that looks like Zachary Ty Bryan or one of those
Kind of.
90s?
It looks like Zachary Ty Bryan meets Louis Christmas.
For sure.
But he's an albino. He is very blonde, head to toe.
He's blonde and so white.
He's really
And I
white.
cannot remember his name for the life of me. I don't
He is a
remember.
white shrew.
White.
No, and he pulls the girl's ponytail and
Yeah.
it falls off.
And it just comes
Yeah.
right off.
Like unplugging a cord. It just
Sound
pops right
effects.
off.
I'm a sound effects board as well, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all weekend.
What does this button do?
There it is.
That makes a fart
It
sound.
does make a fart sound.
Like the E
But-
on Jorge.
on the
That's
that one. It's at the top of Jorge. No, but when the ponytail gets pulled off, that one was pretty cool. I liked the slime behind it too.
Yeah. Oh, the way that
The juice,
yeah, the flesh and the
Yeah.
skull fragment
Yeah.
kind of like
That was really
like
good.
when you kiss an old lady and it rainbows.
Oh no! No! Why did you have to go there?
Rude.
That wasn't in the rehearsal.
It was not the rehearsal.
Improv.
Oh, this is improv. Gross. So Clint, played by Elijah Wood, is trying to push his novel, his book, and so he forced the book upon the kid. That poor little kid,
Melvin.
Melvin.
A
to
boy
read
named
his
Melvin
book.
with adorable hair.
The only
Yep.
different.
Read the room.
I'm trying.
Read the
I'm
room.
trying. He was the only kid who was different in that school. Yeah. There we go. There's a microphone there.
Yep. I'm laughing because I know if we were at home in the studio,
Yeah. Just edit that out later.
Patreon.
Patreon. That's a Patreon.
Patreon word.
Yep. So he's making this kid read the book, and he's sitting intently, and
He's praying. He's
so excited.
like, you shouldn't
And
make that
then-
kind of gesture when you hear a child read something you wrote out
Right.
loud.
And then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
And Shelly attacks Patriot and bites his face, and that starts.
That kind of kicks it
Majority of
off,
it.
yeah. But then we go outside when they're having recess.
Yep.
And Wade
First
is...
recess. For some reason, they have like 3 recesses.
Yes, but what about second recess?
You've already had second recess.
We've had first recess, yes. But what about second recess? Elijah!
Over here.
Um,
Us.
No, so Wade he's sucking miserably at playing basketball with himself.
Himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cussing loud in front of the children, as
Right.
one does at the school.
But he's
And-
a PE teacher, so he should be sinking those baskets.
All the while,
Uh-huh.
Chicken Nugget Girl is
Shelley?
Shelley is trying
Digging a hole.
Yeah, she's digging
To
a
get
hole.
outside
Right.
of the school, which is like
And-
a prison anyway, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it's summer school. It's supposed to be like the prison.
I never went to school.
I'll
so
tell you about it.
You'll tell me about
I'll
it.
tell you what
later.
summer
Okay,
school's like
awesome.
later.
Sweet.
So yeah, and Shelley scratches kid with the albino child,
With the butt cut, the
Yes.
blonde butt cut.
the white boy.
He'd be BBC. Nope. Continue.
He's the white in the Stars and Stripes.
Oh my God. Okay.
And he goes around and starts.
Scratching and biting and.
He's like just
causing-
running around with his hand out, putting scratch marks on all the kids.
Right.
And that's kind of what sets off the mass infection.
Right.
That or kicks it off, rather.
Kicks it off.
Because you've got like 30 kids out here.
Right.
All of them are infected.
Right.
And now they're ganged up behind Wade as he's still sucking at basketball.
One of my favorite scenes
Is this the Doug line?
which Doug line? Oh yeah, it is the Doug line.
Oh.
So again, going back to Doug because Doug has my heart. He goes, "Oh look, carnage!" As these kids are starting to tear apart teachers.
Let me reenact it for you. Oh look, carnage!
the kids are just like the teachers. They're being literally pulled apart, and like the vice principal, which we didn't touch on, but go back and watch because he's weird.
Yes.
They're like,
Well, he's a hippie.
that's valid. He's probably a vegan too. That's really nothing. But if you guys have watched George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yes.
And,
1985.
Yes.
Dawn of the Dead.
and also Shaun of the Dead, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know the part where the scene, and I'm trying to make this as PG-13 as possible, the zombies.
Rip him open like a pinata.
Oh man, that was really cool, and they like pulled him apart and ripped him open at the same
Yeah.
time. Okay, yeah, it was awesome.
Just don't say the F word and we're fine.
Yeah, we'll.
You can talk about ripping people in half.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But you
don't
can't
say-
the F word. Wait, he doesn't have a beeper on there. Don't touch his buttons. We have a beep on ours.
He does, it's right here.
Beep. Oh, does it beep?
Yes!
All right.
He
okay.
rips his gut open.
There we go. There we go.
Welcome to the tap room.
So the kids are playing like normal kid games from like back in the day. So they're playing like marbles with the teacher's eyeballs, and they're playing like hopscotch with body parts, and tetherball with the teacher's head.
Yeah, it's these old school kids game, and
Yeah. The kid who's jump roping with the intestines.
is Rainn Wilson's biological son.
Yep. First movie appearance.
He was on set visiting Dad that day.
And they're like, hey,
He's like, hey, you
jump
wanna be
rope
in
with some intestines?
Yeah.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
At Dad's work.
Yep. So all the teachers are back inside, and they're starting to freak out because these kids are starting to attack the school and trying to get in, and so they have to go from the teachers' lounge and all the classrooms and moving on.
Yeah.
Do you have any other ones before I move on to the next one? Chaos has now ensued. Oh look, carnage.
Carnage has ensued.
Carnage. Oh look, carnage. Because I'm getting ready to go to CrossFit guy.
There's I want to backtrack a second to the classrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Rebecca.
Oh yeah, Rebecca.
Rebecca telling kids that humans evolved from monkeys, and now all we want is just hair on our heads and on our crotch.
Yeah.
And then back to Doug
Back to
again,
Doug.
the goat,
Back to
wearing
Doug.
this goofy-looking apron with all the
Body
organs on
parts.
it.
Yeah.
And he rips the stomach off of it and goes, "This is where my grandpa had cancer."
And then he pulls the brain out and goes, "This is where he died from."
He glued like a brain or velcroed it onto a bike
A
helmet
bike helmet, yeah.
and just unvelcroed
No,
it.
it was a headband.
Or a headband,
It was a
yeah.
sweatband.
He threw it off and then hit a kid with it. And he had cancer because my grandma made this hurt.
Made this,
And
yeah.
then he throws the brain at a child.
And again, this is before,
It's
like,
this poor
in
little girl.
between.
Yeah.
So the teachers are moving on to the other parts of the school, trying to find safety. And this teacher that you don't even know, he runs past. Again, hilarious part. "Follow me, I do CrossFit," and then runs into the sea of children outside of the door. And he screams as they take him away. And the rest of the teachers are like, no, we're gonna go that way.
Yeah.
I just like people, if you do CrossFit, you're gonna tell people you do CrossFit.
Well, it's like vegans. No offense to any vegans in the world.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
What else you got?
Patriot in the classroom. Going back.
Oh,
When Clint wrote his name on the blackboard,
Oh, my
how he wrote all the letters too close
Smashed
together.
together?
So the L and the U,
it did not
Or
look
the
like
I.
Clint.
It looked like it did.
See you next Tuesday.
that's
is
what it looks like
looked
he spelled, and Patriot called him on it.
Oh, he did call him on it. And then when Clint came back to talk to him about it, he was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I've already looked at 100 vaginas already."
Yeah.
The whole time you've been talking.
He was
Like, this kid,
Sucks.
you want this kid to just go.
To be fair though, all but two of the kids in this movie suck.
You know what? Yeah.
They're horrible.
Yeah.
That's why they're in summer school.
The other ones are there just for credit, extra credit.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's like little Melvin was.
Yeah.
That's why he got, when they found him in the library.
He was gearing up for his history test.
Yeah, he was, oh, how's that?
How's that history test?
Oh, how's that going? Says
Doug.
Doug.
Says Doug. Doug. I cannot say enough about Doug. Oh, love Doug.
What's one of your favorite Doug moments? Or do you have a couple?
No, we will. We'll get to Doug moment.
I'd say we dive into them now.
No, because I want to talk about the music room.
Oh, yes.
When they get up into the music room.
Yeah.
So there's an altercation between Wade and Clint. Wade is wanting to take the musical instruments and go beat the children with them to make their way out. And Clint is like, no, we're going to scurry around and like sneak and see if we can find a way out of here.
Yeah.
And I quote, Clint, Elijah Wood's character, you know what? You carry on with your symphony of death. I'll sneak around the school where there aren't any kids. Wade, played by Rainn Wilson. Oh, you'll sneak around, huh? Sneak around like a little hobbit? No way. I'm taking the fight to them like hit the blade, please. Or, I mean, hobbit or same thing. Oh, and that was all improv.
When Wade called Clint a hobbit, that, you know that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio going, ha ha ha,
Yep.
that kind of went off in my head.
Oh, yeah.
He just,
Yeah.
you have anything on the music? Oh, you have the music room too.
Yeah.
The pants and the Doug line.
Oh,
So they find out that Clint. They find out that Clint actually isn't. Well, he's
Yes.
not infected. He got
he
scratched.
got scratched.
Yeah.
Wade
And
picks him up like
by
a.
his belt loop.
Okay, so you know, like when you were a kid and your dad got onto you, and he would pick you up this way by your arm and carry you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's how Rainn Wilson picks Elijah Wood up like a child,
So fun.
and he throws him into a closet.
Where he starts vomiting and defecating everywhere
Yeah.
because he's infected.
Well, infected is a loosely used term.
Which we'll get to infection and how.
Doug learns this on who can be infected and who can't be.
Right, he does. He goes into the closet to examine the specimens that Clint has dropped.
Okay. Let me talk about how gross and fat it is.
That is awful.
So as
It
Doug,
looks like the chicken
Doug goes in,
nugget
he
chips.
comes out, and from like
It's like
the
right here.
from like the forearm up,
mid-arm, yeah.
you see like this black, brown,
Gray,
gray,
green.
like just dripping off of Doug's hands. And
He says, I've examined Clint's excrements.
and his vomit and his excrement.
Yeah.
He goes, well, why didn't you wear gloves? He goes, I did wear gloves. And then he looks at his hands and
Jack
goes,
Jack Brayer's character goes, no, you didn't.
oh. And he's,
Oh, I didn't. And he's playing with it. And Jack,
yeah. Mind you, through this whole film, Doug not once does Doug wash his hands.
no, but where does it go?
He's got poop.
Yeah.
He's got vomit.
Blood.
He has brain matter.
Not that. Brain matters.
Blood. Well, no, I'm talking about like everything.
Continuously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is infection.
It is.
Yeah, and not once does he wash his. And then he proceeds to eat something.
Did we eat it?
He tried one of the chicken nuggets, but that's towards the end.
He didn't eat it.
He picked one up and like,
Did he?
Yeah,
I
I think
thought he
I
just threw it in the bag.
yeah.
Gross.
So yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other Doug is in my life. Because Doug is the man. One of my favorite, like most anticipated scary scene of it was when Clint and Lucy get through the vents and they go into the teacher's lounge to get Melvin a candy bar because he's a diabetic.
When we met Hitachi.
We did meet Hitachi,
Hitachi rules.
before that. Do you want to talk about Hitachi?
Hitachi's a mother. He is awesome, and I love him so much. I champion him.
I know you do. That's your favorite.
He is second. Yeah, he's my other
Second?
favorite. Yes.
Okay, second favorite. But they meet Hitachi, the janitor.
Yeah, because Melvin is a diabetic.
Yep.
And
he's
he
going
needs
into
sugar.
Sugar. Sugar. That's a system of dancing.
I know. We're not talking about that.
My brain went there. Sorry.
And I'm the one with ADHD.
So when they run into this auditorium, Wade pummels one of the kids with a fire extinguisher, and like, butt cut kid, the blonde butt cut kid, just pummels his head in, and then Doug walks over and goes, "I'm going to examine the brain."
After Wade beat his head in with a fire extinguisher.
How was there a brain left at that point?
Well, I think it was like here. I don't know. He was aiming.
Aiming between the nose and the chin?
Yes.
Doug states, "I learned all about the brain when I had a 6-inch spike lodged in my brain as a child, which is why you may have noticed sometimes when I'm talking, I use the wrong rowboat."
Yeah.
Rowboat.
Word?
Word. I love Doug.
Poor Doug.
so much.
He's simple and we love him.
But he's the smartest one out of the group.
He really is, actually.
I mean, he came up with the conclusion of how to not be infected.
Well, and he figured out how who can be infected too.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
So,
if you
have gone through puberty.
yeah, you could be infected if you hadn't hit puberty.
Right. Which means children are just screwed at that point.
Like the one girl, child.
Shelley?
No, the other one. The one who got scratched and nothing happened to her.
Oh, because she had her menses.
You say it, not me.
You can say menses.
Yeah, well,
Menstruation.
there it is. Use the smart language.
Periods.
Yeah.
Bleeding out your...
We know. We get it. We
There
get
we
it.
go.
We get it. On to the next.
On to the next. What you got?
The Doug, when he's examining with the brain,
Yeah.
and he starts fumbling with it like it's a football and
Yeah.
putting it in people's face.
Look at this. Look at this.
Well, before that, when he walks into the gymnasium with it, he spikes it,
Yeah.
and that's when we realize that you can't be infected unless you.
It's a black brain.
It was black and gray.
It was gross.
And the blood on it was black because, as we all know, that's a trope. Zombie blood is
Zombie
black.
blood is black or green.
No, think of Zombieland.
Oh, yeah.
It's all
I
black.
guess black blood makes it more scary.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of this line where.
Well, while you think about
I
that,
got it. Go ahead.
I want to talk about when the herd finally gets into the school and they're all getting attacked, and Clint and
Hitachi
Lucy.
and everybody.
No, Clint and Lucy think that, hey, you know what we should do? Let's just throw Adderall
At them.
at them
Feed the children
and to
all the
distract them,
Adderall.
and it worked.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
But I mean, they are kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I was that age, I had to be on that, and there's like a hidden message in it.
Yeah.
And what it is so kids who are wild and can't focus and sit still, that's a symptom of having ADHD, which is what I have.
Right.
So I would take my Adderall every day, and that would zombify me, and I would sit still,
So it
and
just
I would be
chills
like
out.
honed in and focused on
Chill
what I'm.
out.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's kind of the hidden message. So if you give a wild zombie Adderall, it
Yeah.
will slow him down.
Yeah. What about Hitachi trying to talk to Wade about the butterfly and the frog, or the caterpillar and the frog?
Oh, he tells the story.
Where he tells the
My-
story, but he only gets like 10 seconds in,
My
and Wade's
grandpa
like, nope,
used
let's
to,
just go.
when I was young, my grandfather told me, like, we don't have time for this, Hitachi.
They
He
gear
goes,
up.
oh, he was so sad too.
I know, I would be too.
He really wanted to tell the story because it meant so much to him.
It did, but he was excited because he had people
Yeah.
there with him.
So now we've got
They're
everybody
gearing
gearing up, suiting up with the weapons.
Well, anything
Hitachi,
that they found in the basement.
yeah.
That
What
they
was it that Wade put on?
It's a baseball.
He made a cannon.
He made a cannon out of the baseball pitcher ball things.
The
that
coach pitch.
Yeah.
It's a tennis ball cannon.
Yeah.
But he put baseballs in it
Yeah.
and started shooting children in the face.
face.
Shoot one in the head and see if it works. Okay. And
Kid went
they
down.
killed one.
Not kids. They were short people. They did not actually use kids for stunts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Them kids.
Them
As
kids.
we say.
Do you want to?
No, I'm not hitting the button anymore.
I like the beats.
Them kids.
Them kids.
Screw them kids.
There we go. Shoot them kids.
Yes.
No, wait.
That's what he did.
Oh, he did shoot the kids. I meant it in a way to where it's funny. Like Gunner uses shoot for all the cuss
I
words.
understand, yes.
Okay.
I understand.
Well, they don't know that Gunner uses shoot for every single cuss word.
Yeah, that's fair. I like Hitachi puts on the umpire gear
Yes.
and takes hedge clippers and unscrews them to make two swords,
Yes.
and then puts them back together and
I love Hitachi.
and then so all the kids are coming through the school.
Yeah.
So
Oh wait, they're still in the basement though.
Okay.
Rebecca says, there's still so much I haven't done. Like, I've always wanted to fire an Uzi.
Yeah.
Tracy says, I wanted a bunny. I've always wanted a bunny growing up, and I never got one. And here comes Doug.
And Doug says.
And Doug says, and I've cleaned this up for PopCon, okay, guys? I've cleaned this up quite a bit.
How would you be the judge of that?
Okay. I always wanted to have coitus with an ethnic lady of the night.
Is that,
It's always funnier when you go cleaner.
is that okay, Brandon? Is that
I wrote that last night on this note when I was drunk as crap. I was like, this is not going to fly. I got to rewrite it. Brandon's going to be so mad. Yeah, Brandon's going to be so mad at me.
Brandon rules, and no one forget that.
It's like Brandon's the guy who's never swore before. He's the end of that. Never, ever.
Okay. Okay, guy.
So then, as they're leaving the school, and they are beating the crap out of these kids, like baseball bats and swords and anything.
Well,
not
hedge
swords,
clippers.
hedge clippers.
Hedge clippers.
Then that one scene with Itachi, when that kid jumps down and he's just like, "Ah," and he's like,
Yeah. I mean, beats the crap out of him. I know, I'm fine. You gotta tell me.
"Did you stop it?
So
$20 is $20, right?"
let me throw this out.
Okay.
This is my all-time favorite scene in this. Typed it out. Hitachi the janitor absolutely cooks on a wave of zombie kids in the hallway. Meanwhile, the rest of the teaching staff is outside on the playground taking out the rest of the kids and trying to make their way to Wade's truck. Wade is overrun by the herd as he attempts to sacrifice himself so the others can make their escape.
Nice. That is a good one.
Yeah. I love that whole scene.
So then they make it to the truck, and they're driving somewhere just to drive. And they come across, well, Patriot sneaks on top of the car. His death is super cool because when they hit him, they knock his jaw off, and it's like hanging and swinging in the breeze.
Yeah.
And then he flips it into reverse, and it's Wade's dual wheel. And there's a chicken on the hitch.
Yes.
And he beats him with the chicken, like right into him, plows into him, and
The chicken
slaps
from Fort Chicken.
the chicken from Fort Chicken. A really cool shot is when they get to the center of town, like downtown.
Yeah.
They're looking at a storefront, and it's got TVs in it, like the old timey TV.
The tube TVs.
That's the tube TVs.
Yeah.
And it's showing the events going on around the world, this is happening all around the world. And the kids climbing on top of the truck.
Yeah, okay, so with that, when they're watching the television,
Yeah.
you get like this, the camera pans out, and you get like a back shot of everybody, and then the further it pans out, they are like lined up.
Like on top of the car,
On top of,
behind it,
yeah.
ready to go.
You just, like hundreds of them.
Yep.
We're just waiting for them to turn around and acknowledge them. Acknowledge them. That was for you, Brian. But yeah, that they're about to have it handed to them,
Right,
so to speak.
right. And then they take off running.
Yeah.
And they try to find doors that open, and they find one that's unlocked, and they go inside. And it's a birthday party.
Yes.
Where, like, there's dead bodies, where there's... Thank you, Brian. We can't say it. We can't say
It
it.
says 10 minutes.
It does. It says 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's so funny?
Brandon, For those of you on YouTube,
Bravo, you got us, you got us. So they run into this little area that had a birthday party. There's like dead bodies on the floor.
it's in Discovery Zone.
It really feels like a Discovery Zone when they get past that birthday party. So there's chicken nuggets all over the place.
The thing in the
There's, like,
90s that
bacon.
no one brought up in 2 podcasts ago was Discovery Zone, Brian.
Oh,
Discovery Zone is in this movie.
DC, let's go.
DC and Discovery Zone.
Yep. So they all the chicken nuggets are out, and Doug, I don't know why I keep
We were
remembering.
persons.
I know. Doug grabs a chicken nugget, and it's green and black, and he's like, I'm gonna save this for later, and he throws it in a bag. But then he says,
Now, let me get out of here.
Doug.
With a quip.
Oh, good.
He is
He's a
quick.
quippy guy.
He's quick with a joke to let it or smoke.
It's not really a joke, he means well.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to be serious. That's what makes him a good character.
Yeah.
So then they get into the funhouse, the Discovery Zone, and the kids are like screaming and beating on the walls, and you think that's the end of it. It's over.
And then glass shatters, stone cold music. Here
Yeah.
comes Wade,
What?
back from the dead.
What?
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 And he's got his aviator. I hate you so much.
He's got aviators on,
Aviators,
a
football
water
pads.
gun full of fluid.
Still attached to his arm is his baseball, his now empty baseball shooter cannon that he has.
And then he's spraying like the kids in the place, and then he goes like he's like, all right guys, go this way, and he lights a match and says, nap time.
MFers.
MFers, and throws it, and the whole building just goes up in flames, and they drive away. Did you have a fun fact about the town?
I did. I still do. So the town of Fort Chicken, the town center,
Right, this
is the set. Any MCU fans out there? Right there? No.
Just one.
This guy? Just one MCU fan?
Yeah.
It is the set of WandaVision.
Yeah.
It is. They filmed this movie on the same set
That's actually awesome.
where they filmed WandaVision.
That's great.
Yep.
I love that. That's awesome.
Right in front of the theater where Agatha and Wanda fought.
Yep, you get to see the
That's the
theater.
marquee
Yeah.
that you see. Yeah, it's on the same.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, it rules.
That rules. Yeah.
So, there is an alternate ending. I found 2 different alternate endings to this one. One of them was them breaking down, like the truck breaking down after they killed Patriot, and then they ran out into the woods, and they came and they just kept going through the woods, running into kids every now and again. And the other one is the remaining adults reach a campground only to be surrounded by the infected children before cutting the screen to black, leaving their fates unknown. In a flashback sequence, the infected chicken nuggets were shown being delivered to various places across the country, as it shows that it was delivered to an amusement park, an aquarium, and a family fun center.
Yup. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I would like to see both of those in a part 2 and 3.
I
Make it a
would love
trilogy.
a sequel,
Yeah.
at least a sequel, but I think it's been too long now.
Yeah, well, it's been 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years in October.
Well, I don't know. They're still pumping out Indiana Jones movies, and those are 40 years old.
Oh, that's true too. Just stop. Brian said just
Yes.
stop. What would you rate this movie? Do you want to do 1 to 5?
I'll do it a 10.
1 to 10?
I would give it, overall, I think I might give it an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm gonna go with a hard, solid 7.
Okay.
I'd give it a good
That's a
7.
movie.
I mean, it's better than what it has on IMDb right now.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny. I think it's quirky and Doug.
But Elijah is standing right there. He can hear you.
Hey, what's up? We're talking about you over here. Made you look. No. I wish.
But yeah. And
Hold on just a second because you gotta get the exit music ready.
yeah.
Yep, exit please. We have a special way of doing this.
Yes.
For our fans The whole three of you here, you two don't count? Because you kind of have to be here. All right, you ready? Go.
Oh, hold on. I walked away for a bit and then.
Oh no, it disconnected. That's all right.
Thank you for making our episode longer now.
What?
I said thank you for making the episode longer now.
No, we
There we
still
go.
got 3 minutes.
I know.
Hello, my baby. All right, can you start it over? All right, say it like.
Tab, take us out of here.
Thank you for joining us for this episode. Don't forget to check out our link tree at linktr.ee/Grace Taproom Podcast 2. There you will find many ways to support us. Subscribe to our Patreon, 4 tiers are available. Take a shot for $1, catch a buzz for 3, get tipsy for 5, and fully loaded for 10. And don't forget to check out our ad-free Taproom Radio for some tasty jams.
And as always, don't text and drive, don't drink and drive, and always drink responsibly.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We love you, Indy PopCon. Thanks for having us.
Taproom closed.